is like going back to history as far back as the revolution of Bonifacio ng Ginagawa. Tama lang, dahil after showing Bonifacio in 2013, then doing Filipinas 1941 about the Japanese occupation, now we're doing the next episode of the history, the dark history of the Philippines, the martial law era.
Ang dulang ito ay isang tugon sa malaking problema na sa palagay ko ay kinakaharap ng mga kabataan. There are, I guess, 3 compelling reasons why I wrote and I directed this play. Number 1, I truly believe that freedom is not a gift. It is something that we should relentlessly fight for, and if given, it should be taken care of. Number 2, that we really need to educate the young. The millennials who have absolutely no recollection of the occupation or the colonization of the Spanish, American, and Japanese, as well as the era of the dictatorship, which I believe wiped away several critical thinkers and journalists and great political leaders. And third, we should always believe that the noise of democracy is more desirable than an authoritarian or dictator rule. These objectives that we will meet in staging this musical is not only educational but done through music and dance.
Sa choreography ng Katips, makikita niyo po ang iba-ibang genre ng dances, which is jazz, contemporary, lyrical, sort of may konting ballet. And I am very thankful kasi hindi ko po magagawa or wala akong mabubuong sayaw, choreography, kung wala akong tulong, of course, ng director ko.
Last December when Director Vince contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in being part of this musical, I said, siyempre, excited naman ako, excited ako, sabi ko, what kind is it? And said, well, it's about martial law. I was like, oh, what kind of music? And he said, 70s, rock musical. Of course, I've done a lot of musicals. I've directed over 100 musicals and regular theater, regular plays. I've also performed in dozens of them. Pero I have a special affinity for rock musicals because there's something about rock music that really tells the story like no other kind of music.
The set is composed of multi-level platforms, and sa gitna noon ay mayroong kulungan at doon tumutugtog ang banda. In front of the facade of the platforms will be newspapers, facade, that will be illuminated by lights.
The lights designed for Katips will be gritty and dripping to complement the darkness of the era that martial is. Dark, hindi ito dark na madilim, kundi yung dark na mapangahas, mapusok. To complement the music and the libretto.
what's happening in the surrounding, particularly during the time of martial law. Siguro, ayun yung kagandahan ng role ni Greg dahil maganda yung ibinibigay niyang mensahe sa mga bata. At character ni Greg din ay yung taong hindi naman naka-experience na namatayan ng immediate family. Pero siya yung nakakita ng katotohanan dahil sa mga kaibigan niya, yung mga naka-experience na may namatay. So ang ginawa niya, hindi na siya naghintay para may mamatay pa sa mayon sa buhay, kagaya ng pag-ibig niya na si Lara bago siya lumaban para sa bayan.
Yeah, preparing for the role is actually made easier because of our director, our mentor. Pag binigyan ka niya ng role, he will definitely do something. He will definitely give you assignments which will actually help you in order to create a very good characterization dun sa binigay niya.
Masaya and privileged talaga na makita sa akin yung tunay na talent ko at para mahubog pa yung mga kaya kong gawin.
I will be portraying the role of Alet. No. As the Tandaksora of the movement, she is also the owner of the Katips home or the Bahay Panuluyan ng mga naaabutan ng curfew noong panahon ng martial law.
Panyong is the best friend of Greg. He's an activist, a leader. He's a writer. He's the writer of Ang Bayan. It's a Tagalog newsletter of CPP and PA.
I relate to Lara because as one of the youngest actors in the company, I also share a sense of naivety when it comes to the history of the Philippines. Since Lara grew up in the States, she had no idea of what was happening in this country. She had no idea what was happening on the other side of the world, how violent it was, how different it was.
And si Arturo kasi, siya yung kabataan siya na namulat siya kagad dun sa sistema ng pamahalaan na kinabibilangan niya noong panahon yun na yun ang nagtulak sa kanya kung bakit siya naging sumali o nakisangkot dun sa era ng martial law.
Yun, tama po yung sinabi na. Ako po yung love interest ni Art. My role is Lani. Itong role na to is challenging for me kasi I am not a vocal person. Parang sumasalamin ako sa mga taong hindi marunong makisangkot sa mga nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas.
I don't want to underestimate them, but most of them have limited attention span. And in order for us to educate them, it is quite necessary that we entertain them first. The good thing about this musical is the fact that the people who will be performing have vague idea of what martial law is. And this is entirely a process that we've been to, myself as well as the performers, We've been watching several movies about martial law, several documentaries. We are reading books. We also have like talks and a symposium. What we have built in the process is not only great learnings about this dark era of our history, but also good bonding with the cast members. I guess this will be an unforgettable journey for all of us.
And through this play, we will try to show the audience what happens when we give our government too much power and when we do not empower ourselves as citizens. So we do hope, I personally hope, that through Katips, we will find citizen empowerment and we will learn to appreciate history in its truest light. Kasi it is only through learning from the lessons of our history will we be able to move forward. Walang move on kung hindi natin tatanggapin ang katotohanan.
Live music, live band, a cast of more than 30, all singers, all dancers, all actors. Beautiful set, beautiful choreography. It's actually, I want to coin that, not a choreography, but a beautiful movement. A play with a film, I guess you will get your money's worth. So I'd like to invite you to the biggest play in 2016.
Katips, ang mga bagong Katipunero. Mula sa mga millennials para sa millennials.
Pag napanood nyo ang Katips, marami kayong aral na matututunan sa ating kasama.
Ang isang dulang magbabalik sa atin sa nakaraan at para matutunan natin ang mga dapat natin natutunan na noon. Panoorin po natin
ang Katips, mga bagong Katipunero.
Ang dula pong ito ay para sa mga nabiktima ng mga karahasan noong panahon ng martial law.
Kaya iniimbitahan po namin kayong lahat manood ng Katips, ang mga bagong Katipunero.
Para sa atin to mga millennials. Mabuhay tayong lahat!
Kati!
Ito sa mga naganap noong panahon ng martial law.
Ako at makibaka, tayo ang mga bagong Katipunero.
I would like to invite all of you to come see Katips, written by Mr. Vincent and Tanada, to not only be educated, but to be enlightened.
July 2016 to March 2017.
See you at the theater.